Hi friends, it's time for guardrail number 32. Let's look inside the guardrail. Faith is the confidence of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Let's take a look at that Hebrews pot. What's he brewing in that pot? Hebrews, and those two white lines in the curtains where it's open a little bit, that looks like a number 11. Hebrews 11, and way over here is a bar hanging down from a pole hanging down from the curtains, 1. So Hebrews 11, 1 brown pole. So let's say this verse. It's a very famous verse. It's a classic, Hebrews 11, 1. Faith is the confidence of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Now, when I was a little girl at church back in Ontario, Canada, we sang a hymn that was very beautiful. It was very triumphant, called Faith is a Victory. Faith is a victory. Faith is a victory. Oh, glorious victory that overcomes the world. So let's make this the next verse. Faith is the confidence of things that are hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11, 1. Again, faith is the confidence of things that are hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11, 1. There you go. Feel that like those old hymns? I love those old hymns. Let's see the principle in action. Hope is a feeling of expectation. Faith is acting on this hope, and that requires a backbone, not a wishbone. When Jesus said, "Come," Peter stepped out of the boat and started walking on the water. Peter only started to sink when he took his eyes off the master. When an idea seems to pop into your head from nowhere, don't dismiss it. If it aligns with God's word and is something you're passionate about, step out of the boat and start walking. This, however, will take faith. For others may not understand or support your efforts, but step out of that boat, step through that door and let God close the door if it's not meant to be. So this is a great verse. Faith is the confidence of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11, see that white number 11, the opening in the curtains, and that brown bar over there, verse 1. There's our clues. Hebrews, the double white line looks like an 11, and brown rod looks like the number 1. Let's sing it one more time. Faith is the confidence of things that are hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11, 1. Hebrews 11, 1. Guardrail 32, everyone. We are doing our guardrails with Wendy over here on this page, or let's write down the prayers that are answered. God answers prayers. He says sometimes yes, no, or wait. And let's add things to your waiting list, your prayer list. God isn't a genie. He expects us to do our part. So we're having fun, you guys. We're doing our Greater Freedom 1.0. There's our guardrails. Stay inside God's guardrails. So then you've got greater freedom. And here we're just enjoying the beautiful sunset here in the Pacific Ocean. And the heavens declare the glory of God, and his firmament showeth his handiwork. Wendy, we're loving Greater Freedom 1.0.